I remember the look in her eyes that day, cold, calculating, as she stood there clutching that ring like a trophy. She had the audacity to invite my family and friends to witness her original proposal, knowing how much I had dreamed of sharing that moment first. I had poured my heart into imagining it, envisioning their smiles, the tears of joy that would flood my eyes. But she stole that from me, turning my joy into a spectacle of betrayal. The crowd's applause echoed in my ears, but inside I felt humiliated, shattered, like the ground had opened beneath me. That day, I was cast aside as a disgrace to my family, labeled weak, unworthy. The whispers followed me, how I'd failed, how I'd been discarded like yesterday's trash. I was broken, humiliated, and drowning in a sea of doubt. But in that dark abyss, something fierce ignited within me. I refused to be defined by her treachery, by their judgments. I made a choice to leave behind the shame, to reclaim my story, and to prove that I was more than their words. The road was brutal. I faced my pain head-on, channeling it into relentless work, into building a life that reflected my true worth. I poured my soul into my passions, creating, connecting, growing stronger each day. I refused to let her betrayal be the end of my story. I knew that my worth wasn't measured by her actions or their opinions, but by my resilience, my unwavering resolve to rise. Years later, I returned, not just to visit, but to conquer. I orchestrated a celebration that dazzled everyone, a testament to my transformation. It was more than a proposal. It was a declaration that I owned my narrative now. As I took the stage, with my loved ones gathered around, I poured my heart out about the pain, the betrayal, the journey from brokenness to strength. And then, in that moment of quiet power, I knelt, not to ask for love, but to give it to my future. I proposed under a sky lit with stars, surrounded by those who believed in me from the start. The applause was thunderous, not just for the love I found, but for the victory I had earned. I looked her in the eyes from across the room, her face a mask of surprise, perhaps regret. I had become unstoppable, not spiteful, but radiant, proof that even the deepest wounds can forge the strongest steel. This was my revenge, not in bitterness, but in beauty. I turned pain into purpose, betrayal into triumph. I am no longer the girl they humiliated or cast aside. I am the woman who rose from the ashes, shining brighter than ever. And as I stand here, now victorious, I know my story is mine to tell. I will never let anyone diminish my light again.